Gemma presents The Tiger's Back by David Elliott. Digitally narrated using the voice of Todd Robertson. Chapter 1. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. When Robert closed his eyes, he could see them, each rolling along after the next, like the cars on a toy train. 7 words. So simple a child could understand. But the words weren't the problem. It was the sentence they formed. He couldn't make sense of it. "Keep it together, old boy," he told himself. "You're having a senior moment. That's all." He was standing in his own kitchen, fingers gripping the broad lip of the farmer's sink Claire had chosen when they bought the house. The porcelain, cool and familiar under his hand, was still unblemished after all these years. How many times had he admired it? And how many hours had Claire stood there, just where he stood now, humming, her eyes lifted to the window as she rinsed a cup or dried a plate? Thousands, he'd bet, if you added them up. Maybe even more. He spoke the sentence aloud. "There is a tiger in the roses. There is a tiger in the roses." He opened his eyes. The water was still running. The glass was still in his hand. And the tiger was still standing in the roses. Exactly as it had been when he had risen from his morning nap, awakening with a terrible thirst. "Terrific," he said aloud. "I'm seeing things. What next?" The tiger, all ember and ash, must have weighed 500 pounds. It shifted this weight to its haunches, and sat down almost as if it had asked the same question. What next? It had to be some trick of the light. The way the sun was shining through the hemlocks. Or maybe he was still half asleep. Maybe that was it. Maybe he was still dreaming. He set the glass in the sink, looked down at the pine floorboards and counted. Taking his time. Forcing himself as he had when a boy playing ghost in the graveyard with the Kennedy kids next door. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. He looked up. It was impossible. The tiger was under the arbor now, smashing his prized William Baffins. Or were the roses Henry Hudson's? He wasn't sure. They were named after a northern explorer, though. He was certain of that. He might be losing his mind, but he knew that much. He blinked. The creature blinked back.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?